Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of the new book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books for both of these. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, romance, life path and purpose, twin flames, and just general readings. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. I have a very special announcement to make. My sister Annette and I have been putting together an angel answer oracle deck called A World of Answer Oracle Cards. I'm going to use these cards today as part of our reading, and I'm super duper excited. Please stay tuned. We are launching our Kickstarter campaign in the next couple of days, just pending approval. And I'll go ahead and put the link below. It'll also go on the community page. But if you're really interested in getting an awesome deck that is going to give you some answers to your questions, I would say go pledge your support on our Kickstarter campaign. And it's going to be so much fun. We have all kinds of cute little prizes that go with the different categories. Of course, the Oracle deck, and I'll show you what it looks like here. I'm super duper excited. I love it. We've been working so hard on this, and I've really had to keep it kind of under wraps, but we finally got the sample deck just a few days ago. So because we have the sample deck now, we're able to launch the campaign. So in the next few days, if you want A World of Answers, there are 74 cards in this one. So this was kind of like our best of, we could not find an answer deck, an oracle answer deck that really catered to many different questions. So that's why we decided to make our own. Stay tuned for that. This is the weekly tarot reading for Twin Flames. Today is Monday. It is December 7th, 2020. How are you doing, Twin Flame? This reading is good for a week. We do messages for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the couple. We just get an energetic update. And we're going to use, we're using 3 decks. Oh my gosh. We're using the Angel Tarot deck, the Fairy Tarot deck, and we are going to use, yes, the World of Answers Oracle cards. We're going to see how this comes out in the Twin Flame reading. It should be interesting. It should be interesting. We shall see. We are going to say a prayer over the cards per usual. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. Romance angels, twin flame angels, help twin flames to understand the energy for this week. We're going to start with the goddesses. We're going to start with divine feminines. So, dear angels, divine feminines, guardian angels, what do divine feminines need to know for this week to learn and to grow December 7th through the end of this week? I don't even know what the date is to get to the end of the week. I'm not really sure. We'll have to write that down. You can look below. I'll probably have the date there. And we're going to pick one from the Fairy Tarot for divine feminines. Divine feminine guardian angels. What do divine feminines need to know? That came out quite nicely, and we are going to take one from A World of Answers Oracle cards, and we're going to see divine feminines, guardian angels. What do divine feminines need to know to learn and grow? Another great thing about this deck is it shuffles super well. We got this awesome finish on it, and man, it's like slidey. It shuffles really well, which is amazing. And what we really wanted, being card readers, which I do a lot more readings than my sister because of course I do this on YouTube and I read throughout the week for clients, but my sister does a fair amount of reading too for herself and then for friends and such. So yeah, we really wanted a deck that worked well with the shuffling. So Archangel Michael, please help divine masculines understand what they need to know to learn and grow for this week, divine masculine twin flames. And for the Fairy Tarot, divine masculines, what do they need to know Divine Masculine Guardian Angels too with Archangel Michael. Divine Masculines, I'm gonna pick from the Oracle deck as well. Divine Masculine Guardian Angels, what are they working on this week? Excellent. Now for the twin flame couple. Twin flame couple. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is I separated the cards, A World of Answers, because we have timing cards as well. We have timing cards, and so I put the timing cards to the side because for a generalized reading, we really want more of the answers rather than just the timing, because we also have numbers there too. So I just pulled the timing cards for this particular reading, and not that I couldn't have left them in. I could have, but it would be weird if we just came up with like a number or something. So, you know, I don't want to, which of course, angel numbers and all of that. I just wanted more of the meat of the reading. So let's go ahead, and this is for the twin flame couple. I'm going to put that aside. We're going to get an angel fairy tarot for the twin flame couple as well. Twin flame couple, twin flame angels, help us to understand what the twin flames are going through in this collective this week. Awesome. And we're going to use the Oracle deck. Twin flame couple. What is the twin flame couple learning this week? What is the energy, please? Thank you. And we are going to grab the romance energy for this week for the twin flame couple. Romance angels help twin flames around the world understand what the romance energy is for this week starting December 7th, 2020. Awesome. And messages of love. If you've seen my weekly readings for twin flames before, you understand that the messages of love are going to help us understand the romance message. Sometimes the romance message is a little confusing, so we're going to go ahead and get some clarity with the messages of love. Messages of love are going to bring us clarity for that first card in the romance. We're going to see what is the clarity here. Awesome. And now, messages from Divine Masculine. Some of the Divine Masculines are still silent with their Divine Feminines. Some are speaking to them. Some are speaking to them, but maybe still encoded. Maybe not just telling their feelings. Maybe they're just keeping their feelings to themselves. So this is a good way to delve into the collective, the Divine Masculine collective, what's in their heart space for this week, starting December 7th of 2020. We're gonna get that one. Oh, and this mini globe here, see? That's part of our gifts that we're giving for some of the campaign categories on Kickstarter as well. Divine Masculines, Guardian Angels. Okay, so we've got the messages. We're going to start with the Divine Feminines. Okay, so Divine Feminines, it's really funny. 2 weeks ago, we saw that Divine Masculines had uber challenging energy. We saw that the Divine Masculines were like stuck a little bit in some of the negativity and clearing out their past. Well, for this week, we've got the Divine Feminines doing that. Divine Feminines, this week, you may be processing some stuff because you're delving deeper into your spiritual journey. And since you're delving deeper into your spiritual journey, there's some stuff that's going to come up for you. But the angels say to move forward, because we've got the 8 of Water, which is about moving forward and moving on into your spiritual journey, even though it is tough. Now, the 8 of Water, 8 of Cups, is really representing the fact that it's a choice for you to move forward. Now we've got this 3 of Winter, which this is where I see the challenging feelings. 3 of Swords, 3 of Winter. This is where I see the challenging feelings coming up as you move forward on your spiritual journey. But guess what? Your angels say to move forward anyway. Move forward. You need to have faith and trust in your higher power, faith and trust in your creator. It doesn't mean that you necessarily know what the outcome will be as you move forward, even though it's painful sometimes to move forward on this spiritual journey, because sometimes we have to confront things that are sad. We have to confront things that are challenging. We have to confront the darkness that's inside of us. And of course, this season is winter, right? We are almost to winter, just a couple more weeks to winter. And it can feel like winter is dormant and heavy. And when you're moving forward on your spiritual journey, in kind of 2020, the whole thing has felt kind of dark and wintry, right? But as you're moving forward on your spiritual journey, it's not that it's going to be an easy thing. You are going to encounter some stuff. The deeper you dig into your spiritual journey, the more stuff is going to arise. And your angels say to move forward anyway. You need to move forward anyway, even if it is tough. Even if it's tough. All right, interesting. Well, we are certainly mirroring each other this week. Divine masculines have a little bit of a challenging energy, but by the end of the week, they will be overcoming that energy. So we've got this Mars energy to start the week for divine masculines. This is the 5 of fire. Now, honestly, this could just be competing goals. I see this more as the challenge is just they have a lot on their plate. So for example, they could be searching for a new job, doing Christmas or holiday shopping, trying to get their house in order, spending time with their kids. Like, there just seems to be a lot on their plate. And once we end the week, things should look better for them. And it's almost like things are gonna look better for them, not only for being able to manage everything that's on their plate, but also kind of like the tough period is over. Because we have this 10 of winter, 10 of swords with this 5 of fire. So I have a feeling that they're working through stuff. Now, I'm seeing a lot of this as practical life stuff. I'm not seeing it as something emotional. I'm not seeing it as necessarily something with another person. I'm seeing it as like inner stuff and practical life things. So divine masculines are working through, it's just like stuff. It's like, I've just got so much on my plate. I'm trying to balance my checkbook and pay the bills and do the finances and work on the house and get a new job, get a promotion, whatever it is, but and do my Christmas shopping. Like, there's so much on their plate right now, but I feel like while they have been feeling the weight and the heaviness of the nitty gritty of daily life, like the grind of daily life, there's just been a lot of pressure on them. What is happening is that by the end of this week, there will be entering into a new phase in their life, a new, kind of like a brand, and you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense because not on Sunday, but I believe it's Monday. So the 14th of December is a total eclipse and the new moon. So I feel that this is what is happening for them, that it's kind of like the new moon, new period for them. And it's just kind of like, all of a sudden the heaviness of what they were feeling with so much on their plate is going to be lifted, and they're going to feel free and liberated. And it just might be a change in perspective, because look at the card we got. Be mindful. Be mindful, divine masculines. And this is saying, if you honor your obligations, if you honor your full plate of all the things that you need to do in life that seem to bog you down, if you honor that and do each of these activities mindfully, with presence and mindfulness, and the fact that like you're grateful for having to pay bills because, hey, you get to live and have a home and a car and freedom to do certain things. And it's like, yeah, they're bills, but I'm grateful to pay these because I'm honoring the fact that I live here, I have these things, I have this stuff, I can buy Christmas gifts maybe, or Hanukkah gifts, and I can do this. So the mindfulness comes in not being burdened with the nitty-gritty of life, but flipping it around, like looking at it from a totally different perspective and saying, I get to do this rather than I have to do this. And it's totally different mindset. I get to do this. I get to. And I have a feeling for some of those divine masculines that have not yet come forward, as soon as they start to resolve these issues on their plate by the end of the week, and I'm saying by the 14th of December, which is the beginning of next week, but I'm seeing it as happening, that they will start to feel released. They will start to feel released from some of this because of a change in perspective and because they're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that will free them up, because when they have had the heaviness and burden of all of these obligations, it has made them feel too heavy and feel like they can't come forward. Now that's for those of you that have not yet heard, right? Or have not yet had your divine masculine come forward. Okay, so for the twin flame couple, okay, here's what I want to say to the twin flame couple. No matter what the challenges are this week, stay in positive energy because it is getting better. It totally is getting better. Stay in that positive energy, because staying in the negative energy is not going to help anyone. It's not going to help anyone. It's just going to keep you negative. Okay? That goes for divine feminines, and that goes for divine masculines. It really does. Stay in your positive energy this week. I know it's really hard. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. For the bazillionth time this year, where I live in Los Angeles County, we have shut down even more, and we never really even opened up. So yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you start to move towards your goals and you're like, yeah, I want to do this, or I want to go back to my workplace, or I want to go to the gym, or I want to start a new business, or whatever it is. Like, you had all these ideas and now things are shut down again, or you're in quarantine again, as we are in Southern California. Or, you know, I really wanted to fly. Let's say your twin flame lives in another country or another state, and you're like, yeah, I really wanted to fly to this state or this country to meet my twin flame. Well, now things are shut down again in many, many, many places. So I understand the frustration. I get it. I'm here with you now. I'm right here with you in the place that is probably the most shut down in the United States right now at this point. But you have to look for the silver lining. Honestly, you have to look for the silver lining, because this is everything that we're seeing here, right? Everything that we're seeing here is that things are actually better than they seem. Okay, I want you to like listen to that one, because it just came to me. Things are actually better than they seem. Okay? Seriously, things are actually better than they seem. It's kind of like the eclipse, right? That's happening on the 14th, is that we have this shadow in front of us where it seems like we cannot see what is ahead. There's like this fog, this gray fog, and we can't see ahead. And it feels like what is happening now is going to happen, and it's always going to be happening. So there's this fog in front of us, because in this reading, I'm seeing that everybody's feeling it in this twin flame collective. So divine feminines are feeling it, divine masculines are feeling it, and the couple. So it needs to shift in perspective, because what you are actually seeing with the naked eye or experiencing through your senses is just a trick. It's kind of just a trick, and it's made to make you look in a different way, like look in a different perspective. Because for divine masculines, we have 5, which, you know, the 5 of fire, we see all these wands crossed, but 5 indicates to us it's time to change perspective. Then for the couple, we get the 5 of water, which is literally self-pity, crying over spilt milk, which this means don't wallow in negative emotions. Do not wallow in them. It is your choice to either wallow in negative emotions or look to see the silver lining. Look to see All right, things in the past didn't work out. Maybe you had plans, again, to travel to go see your twin flame, or your twin flame had plans to come travel to see you, and everything's locked down, flights get canceled, borders get shut, and you can't do it. It's like, yes, that is disappointing, but look, we have this Ace of Autumn, Ace of Pentacles. The new opportunity is coming. The new opportunity is coming. It's coming. And I love the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Autumn, because that's the offer, right? That is the offer. That's like the coin in the hand. That's the offer of the new opportunity. We've got Ace, which I love, because what is the first month of the year? Ace, number one, the first month is January. My sense is that January is just gonna be this 10 of winter, which is the overcoming obstacles, overcoming the difficulties. It's going to be the breath of fresh air that's gonna like, okay, we can start our new opportunity. It's going to start to move forward. Things are gonna, like the veil's gonna be lifted. The clouds are gonna be lifted. We're going to be able to see a little clearer because right now you can't see clearer. And I love the card from A World of Answers that came up, because look, it's a portal in a ship and it says focus on your desired outcome. I love that, because you look through the porthole to see like the blue sky or the sun, right? If you have ever been on a cruise ship and you've been in a room, for example, that didn't have windows or didn't have a porthole, like sometimes like you're seeing life through this little lens, and it can look like, oh my God, like I'm so enclosed in. And that's what we have kind of been feeling, is that, you know, we're locked in on a cruise ship or something that's not really going anywhere. But you need to focus on your desires. Focus on that outcome. So instead of looking at the here and now and looking at the fact that some things look a little bleak, some things look a little depressing, instead of looking at that, look toward your desired outcome. Look toward it, okay? And I really, truly believe that you will find the answers that you seek, meaning that you will start to have the shift in your perspective. I'm looking here at the romance, and I need a little help here, angels. Romance angels, help me to understand what's happening here. And I think I know what's happening. I seriously think I know, but I just need some confirmation from the angels, because some of you have been a little bit of an emotional mess. So angels, please give me confirmation. All right, here's the thing, guys. Some of you are still getting out of codependent relationships. Some of you, and I know we have spoken about this before, about actually moving on from okay, what they're giving me is that there are some of you that are in, like clearly, there are some of you that are in relationships, your current relationships. So this is not necessarily your twin flame, but this is a current relationship. Now this is whether you are a divine feminine or a divine masculine. It doesn't matter. It's really clear. So what they were giving me is that some of you are in codependent relationships with an addict, an alcoholic or a drug addict. And what they are saying is take the kids and get out. Take the kids and leave. And I know some of you are super duper, because it's so emotional, and because some of you are not yet together with a twin flame, or you're like holding on to that marriage or holding on to that relationship because you are not yet with a twin flame. Some of you are staying in a very toxic situation, even though you're working on yourself. You very well may be working on yourself and going through your spiritual transformation and going through your growth, but you're still in this toxic situation. Now, the thing that came up, and this is why I had to pause for a minute, was because The first two cards that came up were codependency and chemistry. Now don't read what's below in chemistry, because what they were telling me is chemistry is like chemicals. They were saying like toxic chemicals that may give you chemistry with the person, but it's through toxicity, right? So it's through alcohol, drug use, whatever. And the third card that came up when I asked was children, but I want you to hear me well on this, because what they told me were the 3 C's. So if you have ever gone through a program like AA or Al-Anon or NA, Narcotics Anonymous, you know that they talk about the 3 C's, and they talk about this especially when it pertains to loved ones of addicts, okay? And the 3 C's are: you did not cause it, you cannot control it, and you cannot cure it. Okay, so those are the 3 C's, and that's what they were showing me here with this codependency, chemistry, and children. And that's why they said, if you are in this situation with an alcoholic or a drug addict in a relationship currently, it's time to take the kids and leave. Because they said, with an addiction, you did not cause it, you cannot control it, and you cannot cure it, okay? That addiction is something that that person needs to work on themselves. So it's time for you to go. Okay, so again, this message obviously just pertains to a very small number of you that may be in this type of situation, but I know there are some of you in that situation because I've spoken to you or you've left comments on the channel. So that is that there. Let's get some messages from Divine Masculine. Now it's funny because this jives. The messages with Divine Masculine jives with a message for this week. So if you don't remember what message I just gave for Divine Masculines for this week, go ahead, go back, rewind, and listen to it again. So the first thing he says is, my life is not as together as it seems. And this is really what I was talking about here. When I was talking about the 5 of Wands, 5 of Fire. Oh my gosh. They're trying to get their stuff together. And again, I'm seeing this more today. This wasn't the case a year ago, but today I'm seeing this more as, again, the angels keep telling me the nitty-gritty of life. This is just like too many things on the plate. Like there's only so many hours in the day and I'm trying to like put out fires and fix things. But they say, I want to be more than friends. No, this is important to some of you. I want to be more than friends. This is really important to some of you because I have spoken to many of you in individual private readings who have told me that after a romantic interlude, after like a mad, passionate romance, and everything made sense, all of a sudden your DM comes to you and says, I just want to be friends, with no explanation. And you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Or for example, the twin flame Divine Masculine who has been ultra flirtatious with you and is insisting that they only want to be friends, but the flirtation is all over the place. It's everywhere, it's there, it's here, it's all over the place. And your DM is telling you, I want to be more than friends. Believe me, my DM said that to me too, many, 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 many times. So that is pretty cool, you guys. I like that message from DM. This reading kind of threw me off. This is really interesting, but I think it mirrors kind of what's happening in the world right now, and it's mirroring what is happening through the end of 2020 astrologically, which makes a lot of sense. But just think about what I said, that as you're moving through this week, whether you are a Divine Feminine or a Divine Masculine or the couple, realize that things are not the way they appear at first glance. So don't jump into any conclusions. Do not jump into judgment. And don't think that all is doom and gloom, because it is not. It really is not doom and gloom. You've got this offer coming, and you just need to stay focused on your desired outcome. It is awesome, you guys. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so excited. So yeah, the offer is coming, but stay grounded, stay centered. For those Divine Feminines on a very big spiritual journey. We all are on the spiritual journey, but I'm saying that everyone's at different phases. So if you're in the phase of the spiritual journey where it's getting really tough and sad and like you're purging all of this sadness from your body, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep rolling along, because that's exactly where you are supposed to be. Divine Masculines, chill out. Have fun with your tasks, right? Be mindful during your tasks, and everything will be just fine by the end of the week. You'll be like, why was I so uptight in the first place? That's what Divine Masculines are gonna be like. They're like, I don't know why I was so uptight, because I made it through this week and I got all my tasks done and everything is cool. But if you're mindful, then you don't have to suffer through the week. Really, that's what that's about. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for supporting this YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I'll see you in the next video.